Alright, what is up? So today we have a couple things we need to get through. It's Valentine's Day and I need to try to get as much done as possible in 2 hours. So the first thing is we need to get the turbo mounted back, and I think I'm going to pull the turbo off, assemble everything, put the turbo back on. That's number one. Number two, we need to get the other front cup spoiler back on the car, since they sent me the wrong one and then I had to send it back. So now we have the right piece, so we need to get that mounted, a screw each, just like how this one is mounted, and then start prepping it for paint. Just kind of sand it down so we can primer it. And then the third thing is, if I get to it, I get to it, but I want to redo my headlights. That's three things that this car needs to get. I have paint on the way to redo the strut bar and my front crash bar, but that's not today. Those three things are what I need to grind through to get this thing back up. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything started, and hopefully we can get it done. Alright, the turbo is back on. It actually looks a lot better dried, and it goes a lot better with the brake calipers. But unfortunately, we have a leaking fitting. This guy right there just dripping a little bit. I don't think it's threaded on evenly. These AM fittings are kind of annoying, but I was letting it idle. So while that cools off, because it's still hot to the touch, I'm going to sand down these lips and hopefully get a coat of primer on these things. I've already started with some pretty gritty paper, and then I'm going to go in with some finer ones and just keep going. So when I'm ready to prime, I'll check back in. So I scuffed these up. You see how it's got that white hue to it. I'll waiting for them to dry, and then I'm going to throw some rubbing alcohol on them, and then I will hit them with the paint, which I will show before I do it. I bought it off Amazon, so hopefully it's somewhat close. It's black paint. How bad could it be? And then from there, we'll throw those on there, and then hopefully we can figure out what's going on with this fitting and why we're leaking coolant. It's not drastic at all. It's just dropping, but still, we need to fix that. It's kind of frustrating that I threw this all back together and we're still leaking, but that's just the way it goes, you know. Can't do anything about it. So I got to pull most of this. Not really. I'm gonna see if I can get in there. It's this fitting right here, and it's dripping out kind of like the middle. That's a little loose. I'm not sure what to do here. So I'll pull it back off. Coolant will go everywhere. I'm gonna need the top off, but it's what it is when you're working on cars. You can't go perfect every single time. So I just have to remember it's going to look good when all this is said and done, and that's what matters. So one step at a time, and I'll check back in. Last thing, but we're going to actually hit it with adhesion promoter, and then 2 coats of filler primer, and then we're going to go in with the base coat and go in with the clear. So that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, so I'm just trying something a little different here. So right here we're just going to go ahead and jump into some painting. I didn't want to bring my stuff a little too close to get the paint all fucking over everything, but essentially you can see me struggling because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and yeah, I'm confused myself. As you can see me talking to myself, I don't know what's going on, but we're just doing light coats, and we're just going to build up around everything. That's pretty essentially what we're doing here. Yeah, I look lost. So, keep your judgment to yourself. Look at that balancing. Oh my God. It's beautiful. But anyways, yeah, light coats, hitting everything around. It's pretty smooth. And debris is just getting all over it at this point. So if any of you guys were curious on how this is turning out, it's turning out fucking terrible. Actually terrible. But you know what? We come back with round 2 with the other one. Look at that. Nice and light, quick, and yeah, killing it. Killing the game. But that's kind of the key, is just quick, light coats, and I just build it up over time. They're front spats, so realistically, we're not going to be seeing them a lot. They're going to get pretty beat up anyways. So, probably 3 to 5 minutes between coats, and yeah, calling it a damn day on this one. So we're coming in off the build-up with some clear coat. So I did 3 coats of black, and we're just crushing it with some clear coat. I think I did 2 coats of clear coat, and it came out pretty good. Like I said, there's a lot of crap that got caught in this. So, thank God they're front spats, and they're not really going to get seen, and they're going to see some wear and tear. So they're probably going to get repainted in the future. So I'm not too worried about it, but they came out pretty good. Next thing on the agenda here is what we're going to go ahead and do is pull off my front strut bar, because we can't have this clown red strut bar with a blue Smurf turbo. The clashing is just screams America. But yeah, we got to pull this off. So it's pretty easy to pull off, it's just a couple bolts, but I'm curious on what colors you guys would want to see. I'm really leaning towards the color of my wheels, which is that deep gray color. That's 1, or 2 black. Those are my 2 top choices. The other choice is that blue, that nitrous blue. But I feel like it would take away from the turbo. So I'm very curious on what you guys think, what you guys want me to do. If you got enough people want the blue, I'll do the blue. But I'm really leaning between the black and letting the turbo kind of speak for itself, or the gray, which kind of hides it, but it's still there, So yeah, let me know what you guys think on the color. I'm open to anything of those natures, or if you guys think of another color, leave it below, because I'm honestly stuck on what to do. All right, here, prep time. We have to sand everything down. I hate this part. Plus, I was running around the damn my mom's house trying to find sandpaper, because I don't have any sandpaper. She don't have sandpaper. I found this sandpaper that was probably about 10 years old. Used to sand down Noah's Ark. So it was just a pain. My sander broke, and it was just a disaster. So, I'm just scuffing away. Like I said, let me know what color you guys want me to do, because I'm not about to get all the way there and pick a crappy color. I'm at least going to primer it, at least. Maybe today, maybe not. I don't know. It really depends. But, yeah, the sanding portion was brutal with this old sandpaper. My fingers are numb. So, it came out pretty good, I think. All right. So I know I've been doing voiceovers for most of this, but I'm also doing some maintenance and things like that on my catch cans and, turbos. But interesting, my O-ring on my catch can that I vented blew out. So yeah, we're gonna actually run a closed catch can setup. So I have my piece here, because right now I'm venting them. Yeah, and I'm not a fan of that, so I have my reasons. But yeah, we're gonna run a nice closed setup here, and we're gonna redo this, because that's not even fucking plumbed up correctly. So yeah, we're gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix a lot of different things on this car, but I'm gonna jump in. I know I could have done a lot better job on these, but for the most part, you know, they're gonna be spats. They're gonna be on the car. You know, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get beat up. So I'm not too worried about it, just as long as they blend somewhat nicely. Got some runs there, but I'm fine with it. You know, looks semi-decent. But yeah, I got all the corners on these. But yeah, sometimes, you know, videos don't really have a direction. I'm just kind of jumping around, getting a bunch of different stuff done. So I want to drive this car. So it's almost there. I got to unvent this catch can, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Add more coolant, clean up everything. I gotta paint my strut bar still. And after I do that, put the spats on, put that on. I know I still have that's red, and in the back it's still red. But after all this, the car is drivable and we'll be good. So again, trying something new with the voiceover just so I can get stuff done a little bit quicker instead of pausing to talk all the time, because I only have one, maybe a day and a half to work on the car a week. So I just want to get shit done. So yeah, I'll resume. All right, I mean, we cleaned this up pretty good. This whole system is now hooked back up. Sensors in there. It's down to the back of the valve cover and goes straight into the catch can. So looks good. It's now capped, and now all we have to do is cap this guy. So I'm gonna get started on that. The only thing we're gonna leave vented is this right here. So yep, check back in. All right, so we got both of them plugged back there. I have a better bolt that I'm gonna find, but for now it's plugged up. And now we have our properly hooked up catch can in the rear, turbo mounted, painted, all good. All the seals have been replaced on the car. Everything sealed up, good to go. All the lines checked. Perfect. So everything else is drying. Well, that one's still wet. This one is drying, or almost done drying. There's still some flakes and stuff in it, but for the most part it'll match up pretty good. So yeah, I'm hoping to maybe mount them before I leave today. I got like another hour and a half, but if not, that'll be the next video. And I'm gonna start painting, maybe get some primer on that strut bar. I'm not sure what color I want to go yet. I'm between black, gray, or the blue, but I think I've already ruled out the blue for me. It's just between the gray and the black. But if enough of you want the blue, then possibly I'll do that. So yeah, if it's not painted by the end of the video, let me know which color. Alright, so the next thing on the list while I wait for these spats and stuff to dry is a scratch and swirl remover. This company reached out, sent it to me for free. And we're going to use it to try to get rid of this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a scratch all along there. It is pretty bad. So I'm gonna see if this stuff will remove it. I clean the surface, and we're just gonna jump into it and see if this works. Alright, so this is a dime sized I don't know, that should be enough. So we're trying to get this out here. This was a thick ass motherfucking scratch. I think surface level scratches, I mean, it'll take it right out. But as far as getting completely rid of the scratch, it definitely did not here. But it didn't do a terrible job at lightening the scratch. Like I said, it's this stuff right here. Scratches and swirls or orbital, but yeah, it definitely didn't take the scratch out completely. Which is unfortunate. Let's see if I can get something a little heavier. So we're gonna try out rubbing compound to try to get this off. We're gonna see if it makes a difference. Just a little bit. Completely gone. So yeah, I mean, that scratch is pretty much 80% gone. We're just 3 times over. No scratch, no nothing. Like if you're up close, like as close as I am, you can kind of see a faintness. But it's just completely gone. I think for deeper scratches, this is not the move. It's it's a very safe product, but for deeper, I mean, this rubbing compound by 3M is just unbeatable. This is the stuff. So this is more for lighter surface level. For deeper, you know, this. That's one more thing checked off the list. We're good. I'm happy with that. Can't complain too much about it. So I'm gonna eventually do the whole hood, but for now, I just want to get the scratch out, polish it in the spring. All right, I got the lips on, the spats, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Now, be honest, I'm kind of missing my old lip. I won't lie to you guys, but I'm gonna give you guys a chance to see it and tell me what you guys think. Alright, now keep in mind the paint job isn't the best. They look good from Mike. I mean, they're not bad. But I don't know, I feel like it's just so plain. I'm not sure if I like them or not. I did horrible on this paint job. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really fucked that up. Like, terribly. Oh my god. I mean, it looks good from like 5 to 10 feet. Like, if I'm back here, yeah, you won't even be able to tell. It just looks like it's a new part on a faded bumper. But when you get up close to this thing, oh my god, it looks like a fucking blind man sanded that down. What in God's name was I doing 10 minutes ago? Like I said, they're not bad. It's not bad. They don't look bad. They look really good. I kind of like the way my lip was. You know? I don't know. What do you guys think? Please let me know. And ignore the sanding job. It's, you know what? I never said I was a painter or a sander. You know? But that looks abysmal. I definitely should never paint anything again. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's done. I have this sanded down over here. That's sanded, but I don't think I'm gonna do that today because fuck it. We got this blue turbo. Looks really good. That came out really good. I'm proud of that. That came out really good, actually. The brakes, you know. Now the rear of the car. I think I'm gonna go black with the strut bar and just make the turbo the only thing that pops in the engine bay, you know. That's just what I'm thinking. What else? Yeah, I mean, we took away our vented catch can setup. Now we're gonna actually have to drain our catch cans on a schedule. So yes, there's reasons for that, but you know, we're gonna keep our crankcase vented. What else? I think that's about it. I mean, the bay looks pretty good. What do you think? It's coming together. I need to switch this loom out. I'm working with Logan for that. Get a new one or a new loom. I don't know, but the bay looks pretty good. What do you guys think? The blue turbo, black strut bar. That's going to be the main focus of the entire thing. We got to redo these lights, which we are doing next time. And I think, yeah, that's it. But please let me know about the spats. I still saved my old lip. You know, it's over here somewhere. Yeah, it's over here. You know, missed this guy. You know, it was $35 off of eBay. And it was the best lip ever. But that's definitely not gonna look good. Yeah, that would look terrible. I'm gonna be like a AutoZone boy. Oh God. I should have just left everything the way it was and just put on the spats, but I feel like I just did so much now that I have to like get used to the car again. If that makes any sense at all. I'm really digging the wheels, you know. I still like the wheels. I still like everything. We still have to pull the wheels off and get rid of the rust and the hubs because it's been sitting. But, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what we did. Oh, and we fixed the scratch on the hood. That's always exciting stuff. That's always good stuff. That's always great stuff, you know. But please let me know what you guys think about that. I think I'm higher in the front than I am in the rear. I swear to God, I could measure my coilovers 900 times in a row and it still not be correct. So I gotta work on that, but I don't know. It just looks interesting. Man. Oh, and we still have to paint this fucking thing, which I am not looking forward to. That is gonna be abysmal. But slowly gearing up for spring. Slow and steady. We're getting there. And then we got to polish the entire car. Not looking forward to that. But slowly going to revamp this car and get it ready for the season to rip. So, yeah, I think the engine bay is all wrapped up. It needs to be cleaned. I will clean it. But we still need to pull the front bar off, paint that, paint our strut bar, and we should be good. The interior, like I said, is more than fine. I'm not changing anything in the interior. I like the way it sits. I have no problems with it. But yeah, that's the last thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you want to see. I think next video will be another ST video about painting the strut bar, throwing it on the car so the engine bay is done, possibly painting the front crash bar as well, and lights. That should be the next one. So we're slowly bringing this car back because it has been sitting all winter. But nonetheless, that's it. Appreciate you guys for watching. Tune in for the next one. Peace.